All right, so it's week 6, and it's time for me to give you my power ranking. So we're going to start all the way at the bottom. Let's get into it. Number 32, we all know this should be unanimous. The New York Jets. They're absolutely garbage. Adam Gase is garbage. That's just what it is. Everything is very bad over there. Been saying this for weeks. Everyone else has been saying this for weeks. They just released Le'Veon Bell. No bueno. Next, we have the New York Giants at number 31. Another bad team. Saquon did get hurt, but overall not the best squad, even with Saquon. 30, we have the Jags. So the Jags, they started off kind of hot this year. All right, kind of going off their momentum with Minshew, but it's not really working out like it used to. Number 29, we have the football team. The football team, another team that's like just trash. Sorry, Tyler. But, they bench Haskins. I think they're playing, is it Alex Smith now? They're still rebuilding. They're not really trending upwards. They're still rebuilding. Number 28, I think some people are going to be pretty surprised. I have the Dallas Cowboys. Without Dak, I think they're going to struggle a lot. They're already kind of struggling with a very poor defense. I believe they're getting Van Der Esch back, but I don't think that's going to be the biggest difference maker for them. I don't think that's going to help them get back into competing shape. So with Dak out, that's a killer. That bumps them all the way down to 28 in my rankings. Number 27, I have the Bengals. Joe Burrow's awesome. I love. Him, Mixon, and just him and Mixon are the biggest reasons why I even like that team at all and why they would even be 27 on my list instead of more towards the bottom. Number 26, we have the Eagles, who are another team, just like every other team, who has some injuries. But Carson Wentz, I think, is starting to play a little bit better. Next, at 25, we have the Falcons, who just can't finish games. I think they're like a solid team, but they just can't finish games. I mean, they fired Dan Quinn. Maybe they'll start trending up. Maybe they'll start winning games. Number 24, we have the Texans, who got their first win. They're still not a good team, and mostly because offensively, they don't have DeAndre Hopkins. And, it's just showing how much of a difference that makes for that team. Deshaun Watson has okay weapons. Will Fuller's been playing better. Brandon Cooks has been playing better, but they're not DeAndre Hopkins. So, Texans are still not that good of a team. But above them at 23, I have my 49ers. Simply because I feel like we're a good coach team, but we are just we're so crippled with injuries. And not only that, Jimmy G is not good. I believe he should be starting again. So, yep, it's a mess. This is not the same team as last year, and it really sucks to see. But and not only that, we have a very tough schedule. So I don't expect much from the 49ers this year. But, there's always a possibility. I'm not giving up. I'm just saying and stating the obvious. Number 22, we have the Broncos, who have Drew Lock coming back. So I potentially see them trending back upwards with Drew Lock. They still have a lot of injuries, just like I said with every other team. But I think they can start playing better with Lock back there and get more people involved. Noah Fant, Jerry Jeudy, and all those other guys. Number 21, I have the Colts, who I don't think are that good. Phillip Rivers has been, turning over the ball and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know if Phillip Rivers was the best fit for them. Number 20, we have the Detroit Lions. The Lions are another team who are pretty good, at least offensively. Defensively, not so much. The Lions at that 20 spot. Number 19, I believe a team that the Lions actually beat, the Cardinals, who at the beginning of the year, they looked pretty good, but they're still showing that they're a young team. But don't be surprised if next year they're at least top 15, top 10 team in the league. 18, we have the Panthers, who actually, that's who I picked to beat who I picked in the game last week. I picked them to beat the Cardinals. I just really like the way they're playing. I like Teddy Bridgewater a lot. I like what Matt Rule is doing over there. I think the Panthers, they could keep trending upwards. We'll have to see. But yeah, they're playing a lot better than I thought without Christian McCaffrey. So respect to the Panthers. Number 17, we have the Bears, who actually surprised me against the Buccaneers. I, up until last week, thought the Bears were still very trash. I don't think they're the best team. but they are trending up with a good game against the Bucs. Yes, the Bucs did play very poorly, but they're proving that they can win games. So that's what's impressive about the Bears, is that they're proving they can win, even though a lot of people would say their team isn't that good. And number 16, we have the Vikings, who are very much trending upwards. They're playing a lot better now. Had a very close game with the Seahawks. They could have won it if they didn't go for it on fourth down. But yeah, the Vikings, I actually really like now. They're playing how I thought they were going to at the beginning of the year. I was very worried at first for the first, I think it was like the first 2 weeks, when they were not playing how a lot of people thought they could, like how they have in the past. So the Vikings are trending up. Wouldn't be surprised to see them trending up even more, especially after that game with Seattle. Number 15, we have the Dolphins, who I've been saying is a solid team. They keep going up on my rankings. They're at 15 right now. So the Dolphins are a very solid team. I really like Fitzpatrick. I don't know. Do you guys think that Tua should start playing or keep using Fitzpatrick so you guys can win? It's kind of a weird situation. I personally, like, even if Tua was ready, just leave Fitzpatrick in until you need to put Tua in, like, because you have chances to win games, maybe even make playoffs. Like, it'd be kind of hard with that division, because there's only like 3 extra spots, right? So it is possible for them to get in. So I don't know. Try to win it out. If there's a chance that they're not going to make it, then probably get 2 of the reps. But right now, I would say play Fitzpatrick. Number 14, I still have the Steelers. I am not buying the top 5. I've seen them in top 5s all over. I'm not buying the top 5 hype yet. I'm not even buying the top 10 hype. I need to see them play better teams. I think this week against the Browns will be a better tell of how good they really are, but I'm not buying a top 5 or a top 10 right now. But they're right outside. They're top 15. I have them at 14, so still just, I don't know. I need to see more. I haven't been too impressed with them. A lot of people are talking about that defense. I'm not even too impressed with the defense. People will talk about their defense. They let, like, the Eagles score 29 on them. Come on, dude. I don't think they're that good. But Chase Claypool's a beast. We all know that. Number 13, I have the Bucs. Coming into the next, like, 3 teams, they're all pretty interchangeable, I would say, just depending on which team you get, honestly. The Bucs, I thought they were trending up, but then they went back down. Yes, they had injuries to Evans and Godwin, and even Scotty Miller, I believe. So, when they played against the Bears. When they played against the Bears, it didn't look too smooth. They weren't getting a flow going. But I think they will play better. I think they'll start trending up. It's like it's hard to tell with them right now, honestly. It's kind of like inconsistent play when they're out there. I thought they were going to trend up and kind of stay from last week, but not really. It just depends on which team you get that week. Just like with the next 2 teams, at 12 you have the Saints, who, when they're on, they're on. And I still think they have potential to not turn it around because they're playing okay, but start playing like they should be. Like, I really think the Saints have potential to be a top 5 team, but just as of right now, it's not really looking like it, but I would not be surprised if they get back into those spots. Number 11, the Chargers. Once they can finish, Herbert, he just gotta, I don't know. It's going to be a tough year for Herbert to, like, come in and win games right away. They're right there, though. I mean, they could have beat the Saints. They just had that single doink, so the Chargers are a team that could trend up. You just got to keep your eyes out. And it all depends on Herbert, honestly. That's the biggest thing. Number 10, we have the Browns. Another team, and the next 2 teams are kind of interchangeable. Another team where it's like, dude, are you guys good or not? Like, when they play the Steelers, that's going to be a good test for them. I think the Browns are going to win that game. That'll be for another video. But when the Browns are on, they're on. When they're running that ball, they're on. When they mix and play action and get it to Odell, that's how they should be playing. That looks great. They also have some good defensive players. Myles Garrett makes plays. The Browns are a team to watch for sure, because I believed in the Browns hype. This is my last year for the Browns hype. I'm sure I'll probably be saying the same thing next year if they have the same type of squad, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are in the same boat with the Browns, like, figure that this should be the year that it all comes together. So I really don't know. I'm going to put them in at number 10, but I really don't know what I'm getting yet. Number 9, I have the Titans, who are very similar. Dude, the Titans, and for years, they'll like play to the level of their opponent. Like sometimes they'll beat teams that they shouldn't, but like lose to teams that they shouldn't. So really interesting there. Against the Bills, I feel like it was more so the Bills not playing as good. Because the Titans, they didn't really impress me too much this season. So again, I don't really know with the Titans. So for now, I have them at the number 9 spot. Number 8, I think the Rams have been playing pretty consistently. I do like the Rams a lot. Wouldn't be surprised if they sneak into the top 5 soon. But number 7, a team that has completely surprised me. And last week, before they pulled off the upset against the Chiefs, I was very impressed. I was like, yo, this team is legit. And that's why I knew there was at least going to be a close game between the Chiefs and the Raiders, because the Chiefs, I think, were 11-point favorites, and I was not buying that at all. And check it out. The Raiders ended up winning. But I'll talk about the Chiefs in a little bit. But yeah, the Raiders, dude, I'll put them at number 7, and I'm confident with that. I really like what they're doing over there. Number 6, you have the Bills, and they have been bumped back because Josh Allen is young. He needs to take care of that ball. That's what it's going to depend on. They have the team to make a stride, maybe even have a chance at the Super Bowl, but Josh Allen needs to take care of that ball. It really depends on him. Number 5, we're putting the Patriots back there because they have Cam Newton back. Their team should be very solid again. And so we didn't get to see them play last week. But, I think they're going to be back at that number 5 spot. Number 4, I have the Seattle Seahawks, who got into a close game with the Vikings, which, like I said, the Vikings are trending up, but I feel like the Seahawks should have done a lot better in that game. Number 3, a team that's really red hot, and that's the Packers. They're awesome. Very confident with them at that number 3 spot, the 3rd best team in the league right now. Number 2, we have the Ravens. The reason why I have it at number 2 is they dominate when they need to dominate. They hang in there with the games they need to hang in there. They're very consistent. That's why I would put them at number 2. And number 1, we got to keep the Chiefs there. I know a lot of people are going to want to put the Packers at number 1 as the best team. They have the undefeated record. It's beautiful. They're red hot. But I'm still putting my money on the Chiefs against any other team in the NFL. This happened last year. The Chiefs, I believe, won a few games where they probably shouldn't have. But dude, they're the freaking Chiefs. You can't count them out. I think putting them at like 2 or the 3 spot is very dangerous. You don't want to do that to the Chiefs. Don't give them even more motivation for them to go crazy and destroy teams. But yes, to summarize, the Chiefs are still the best team in the NFL. I'm taking them against literally anyone. I'd put my money on the Chiefs. All right, so those are my power rankings. Let me know what I did right. Let me know what I did wrong. I would love to hear your input. So I'm excited to see these games this week. We got some good ones. We got some games that will definitely decide where teams are going to be next week on the power rankings. But that reminds me, on Instagram and TikTok, it is now Mind of Mags Football, so follow me there. All right, so if you go to Mind of Mags, that'll be my personal stuff where I'm posting more stuff, not really football related. I'm sure I'm going to post some things about football, but for right now, at Mind of Mags Football on pretty much any social media platform. All right, so I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you have a great, fantastic day. Thank you for watching. Peace out.